So, hi everyone, welcome to your channel ImpulseTech. I am Yogesh. So, you have enjoyed the project, you have just seen that project, and now you all know what we are going to build in today's session. So, in today's session, we are going to build this cool joystick controller to control the games which we can play on the laptop. In order to build or in order to control the games which are in the laptop, let's see what are the different things we need to set up in Arduino and in the computer. Just see, so now first we will see the circuit diagram of the project. So here we only need two components, one is Arduino and another one is joystick. So joystick has only these pins, one is switch, Y out, X out, V in and ground. So I have connected the X to the analog input 0, which is A0 pin of the Arduino, and I have connected to the A1 of the Arduino, that is analog input A1 to the Arduino, and I have connected the V in pin of the joystick, or you can say the VCC pin of the joystick, to the 5V pin of the Arduino, and the ground of the joystick is connected to the ground of the Arduino. It's very simple. So circuit diagram is finished. Now let's go to the most important part of this project, that is two types of coding. So first I will tell you about the Arduino coding. So as we know that in Arduino coding we have two things, one is void setup and another one is void loop. So whatever the things that we can write inside the void setup, you know that it will run only once. That means if you turn on the LED inside the void setup, then whenever you will turn on the Arduino, your LED will turn on only once, not like continuously it will turn on. It will turn on only once. Okay, so here what I've done, I have just turned on the serial monitor. So in order to turn on the serial monitor, we need to write the command serial.begin, and also we need to provide the baud rate for the same. If you see my previous videos, or like if you can say any of my videos, I have a habit of explaining code line by line. So if you feel this part boring, then you can skip this part and you can just go to the description, you can download the code and you can build this project as well. Void loop, and whatever the code we will write inside the void loop will run continuously. That means this is the code which will run in loop continuously until your Arduino starts working. Now here I have defined two variables, which is X value and the Y value, integer X value and integer Y value. So now in order to read the data given by the joystick on the turning left, turning right, store the values of the X and the Y. Now in order to read the analog values, we know that we can use this function, which is analog read, and we know that we have connected the X pin to the A0, and also we know that we have connected the Y pin to the A1. X value is less than 100, that means turn your joystick towards the left. And now let's see here what I am doing now. I am writing serial.write L. Now we are using this command, which is like serial.write, very less time. We don't use this command very often, that is serial.write. We mainly use serial.println. We don't use this serial.write. Now guys, in order to control the keyboard keys of the laptop or the computer, we need to communicate with the Arduino and the serial port of the laptop. So how can we do that? So in order to do that, we need to send the data from Arduino to the Python code. So here comes the role of Python code as well. So I will explain you how both the codes working together. Now you just have to pay attention that what I'm doing here, I am sending value which is L. Here you can see, for whenever the value of the X value variable is less than 100, that means I am turning my joystick towards left. The value I am getting is less than 100, and now I am sending
the value L to the serial port. The value is greater than 900. Then I am sending, or you can say I am writing to the serial monitor, or you can say that to the serial pin, which is serial.write R. So I am sending the R value. Just pay attention here. We need this R, L, U, D in Python code. Now X value is greater than 900 means I am turning the joystick towards the right side. Now let's see. If the Y value is less than 100, that means I am moving the joystick towards the upside and I am sending the value U on the serial monitor, or you can say serial port. Same way, if the Y value is greater than 900, that means I am turning joysticks towards downside and I am sending the value D on the serial monitor, or you can say the serial port. So I am sending these values, which is L, R, U, D on the serial port of the Arduino. So this is the simple line of code for the Arduino side. Now we cannot control keyboard using the Arduino coding, or you can say the C++ coding directly. So we need to write the Python code in order to control the keyboard keys of the computer or the laptop. Now let's jump to the Python code. Now here guys, pay attention. In order to write the Python code, I am using the PyCharm IDE. So if you don't know about the PyCharm IDE, please let me know inside the comment section, or also you can search on the YouTube that how to install the PyCharm IDE. There are n number of videos available. Just install the PyCharm IDE and then we need to write the code here in the Python language. Before moving ahead, let's understand how the communication of the Arduino and the Python library is happening, or you can say the Python code is happening. Now here I have used the library called serial and one more library which is PyAutoGUI library. Now I will explain you the use of both the libraries. Okay guys, pay attention here. Arduino side code, we are sending the string data, which is serial.write L for turning, whenever I am turning the joystick left, serial.write R whenever I am turning the joystick towards the right. Now we need to read that data which is given by the Arduino. So in order to read the serial data from the Arduino using the Python, we need to install this library called serial library. Okay, now you have understand what is the use of serial library. So serial library mainly used for reading the data given by the Arduino. So here we are reading the data given by the Arduino using the serial port. Okay, now what is the use of this PyAutoGUI library? Now we wanted to control the keyboard of the PC or the laptop. So in order to control the keyboard, we need these libraries, which is PyAutoGUI library. Now there is a question in your mind that how can I install these libraries in the PyCharm? You all know that how to install the libraries in the Arduino IDE, which is very simple. But how to do it in the PyCharm? So I'll go to the files. Just pay attention guys, this is very important step in order to install these libraries, PySerial and the PyAutoGUI. Just go to the settings. And here you will find the Python interpreter. Just click on that and here you will find the plus icon in order to add the new library. Let's click on that and search for serial. And you can see here the library is there. I have already installed this serial library, so that's why I won't install. You just have to click on serial and install package. So your library will be installed automatically, and then you have to click on OK. The next step is you have to click on OK and then go back. And once again here you have to click on OK. Now let's search for PyAutoGUI library. So I'll search for PyAuto Auto GUI. Now you can see guys, this is the library, and this library I have already installed. So the simple steps that you have to click on install package, and after installing you have to click on OK. So I have already installed these libraries, you can see here. PyAuto GUI and the PySerial library. It's very simple. Let's click on OK. Now let's move towards the next line of code. Now this line of code is also very important. Now here I have created this serial. This is the variable where we are trying to store the data given by the Arduino, that is RLUD. So that data I'm storing in variable called ser. Now here you can see, guys, that you need to replace this COMX. Here you can see I have written the COMX. You have to replace this X with your COM port, and you need to find the COM port inside the Arduino. Here you will find, if you go to the tools and go to the port, you will find the COM port number, and you have to add that COM port number here. And for me the COM port is 3. That's why I've added here 3. And also make sure that your baud rate is same. So here I'm using the 9600, and here also I'm using the 9600 baud rate. So this while true is the loop. That means whatever the code you will write inside the while true, it will run continuously. It's like the while loop inside the Arduino coding. Okay. Now one more thing. There is one more variable which I have created, which is called data, and I'm storing the data given by the serial pin. So now I have created one more variable which is data is equal to serial.read. Now whatever the values given by the Arduino on the serial pin, which will get stored inside this variable data. Now if the data, now I'm comparing, if the data is equal to L. Now I will explain you at the last what is this B. First you just understand, if the data on the serial pin is L, then we will use the library which is PyAuto GUI, and we will press the left button. Now here we are not pressing the left button manually, but the PyAuto GUI library is helping us to press that, or you can say that PyAuto GUI library is simulating the pressing left. Same thing else if the data is equal to R, that means whenever you are turning the joystick right, Arduino is sending the R data, and here you can see PyAuto GUI dot press right. That means it will press the button, or you can say it will simulate the right button pressing. The same way for the up key and same way for the down key. So that means I am trying to control the game using up, down, left, right arrows, and here I am using the joystick for that. So this is the simple line of code that we need to write. And now I will explain you what is this B. Now if you see the Arduino code, we are sending the string data. Now in order to now we are communicating with Python and the Arduino. So Python code is reading the serial data given by the Arduino. Python reads the data in byte literal, so it doesn't understand the string. So in order to make that thing happen, that in order to make that Python code should read the string data, we need to make it byte. So in order to make that, so that's why I have written B in front of every command, or you can say in front of every data that we are going to receive. So guys, this is the website which I am using to play games online, called Poki.com. So here I am playing the game which I like the most. I used to play this game when I was in engineering during the 2014-15 period. I used to play this game. So let me just start this game and let me just play it on this full screen. So before that, you need to go to the Python code and you need to run this code. So as of now, this code is not running. So in order to run the code, let's click on run and click on run main. So as you can see, the code is successfully started running. I hope you found this project like very cool and very interesting to build. I will add everything in the description box. You will get the code for Python as well as the Arduino. So guys, I have seen like so many people are watching my videos, but they are not subscribing to the channel. So I just have one request for you. So you can play with that subscribe button. Just press the red subscribe button and press on the bell icon so that you will never miss this kind of games, and also like the video. So I will see you in the next interesting project. Thanks for watching.